I have a message for young men that don't have any children yet. Be careful who you have a baby with, because one day you might get an email like this.
This is to inform you that I do not want any further contact from you. Continued attempts to contact me and my mother will be considered harassment and documented as such.
Let's rewind a bit. I haven't seen my daughter Chloe in 5 years, and it's been months since I've spoken to her. So one day I said to myself, I'm just going to email her every day just to say hi. And maybe she'll respond. Or maybe one day she'll look at these emails and see that no matter what I was, no matter what was going on, that her dad still loved her enough to keep trying to have a relationship with her. I'm not convinced that this is my daughter sending this email. I'm holding out hope that this isn't her and that it's my ex-wife just doing what she does. But if you're a young man watching this and you don't have any kids yet, please be careful who you have a child with. You don't ever want to go through this or feel this pain. And I've been dealing with this type of stuff for about 17, 18 years now, trying to co-parent with her mom. But I'm putting this out there because I don't feel like men my age and older really talk about this stuff. So men that are younger than me don't get to learn lessons without going through them, right? So that's why I'm putting this up. It is Men's Mental Health Month. It is also Father's Day weekend. And I'm actually tired of being silent about this because no one should be going through this with their child, especially in a situation where there's been no abuse, there's been no violence at all, and I'm just expected to pay child support and disappear. And I'm not going to do that.
You know, the brother said something very interesting there. He said that he's not convinced that this is his daughter, and he thinks that it is the work of her mother. My opinion is that physically it is his daughter that is sending this, because if not, there's plenty of opportunities to have more than just email conversations where they go unresponded, FaceTime calls, for example. Nevertheless, although physically it probably is his daughter, mentally, and I see this in so many of these cases, it is the mother. Stories like this never hit mainstream. So first and foremost, I salute this man for detailing, giving us an account of what is going on in his situation, because as of right now, you could tell that he is a tired man at his line. And right now, he doesn't know if there's another option out here from him. He's not upset that he has to pay child support. He's upset at the well poisoning that the mother has conducted on the daughter, in effect to turn the daughter on the father. But he's absolutely right, and it echoes a major sentiment that I've had on this channel ever since its inception: who you choose to have children with. And by I say choose, if you're going raw daddy, raw dog in these women, you are making an active decision, because as men, we have no options at the point of conception. As the way that it is in the law right now, it is 100% up to her whether or not that child gets carried to full term. And it is not up to you if you can financially separate from the situation, because she will hearken the government to force you to pay, potentially. That's why I will always maintain on this channel to protect yourself at all times. Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Because if not, and if the situation with the child's mother goes astray, then this brother's story may be your own. What I also often find within these situations, and kind of what he's alluding to, is that there is no type of violence anywhere near the situation, but the child being utilized as not only leverage or not only a pawn to control the man, but also as a pawn to hurt that man if they like that. And if they cannot beat you physically, then they'll try to beat you mentally, often coming at the thing or the person that you love on this planet the most. I can't even imagine what this brother is going through right now, but I want him to know that we support you over here, my guy. And if you ever want to come up on this platform, maybe not to talk about this situation in particular, because I can understand it's extremely sensitive, but also what are the key red flags? What are the key indicators that you wish that you knew before choosing this woman to be the mother of your child? He's got something written over here as well in the comments. Let's read it and let's see if we can learn anything else. I have been quiet about this for a long time. My ex-wife, okay, he was married to her, has violated our visitation and custody agreement in some way every year for the last 16 years. When I got this email the other day, I felt so dejected and helpless. Chloe is going to be 18 in 1 month. And it is my hope that I can finally start to have a relationship with her without her mom's interference. So it explains why he was sending all of these emails, because he's prepping, he's getting ready. But to his chagrin, the mother has allegedly, in my opinion, done a lot of well poisoning to ensure that the daughter never has communication with the father. Since I've been cut off from visitation for the last 5 years, I have no idea what's going on or what is being said to Chloe. I'd love to also know why visitation has been cut off. Sometimes it could be due to technicalities. Maybe the other person has moved, right? Maybe there was something within a court order that was missed, so then you lose visitation completely. So I'll be interested to know what is the reason for that. But it's not right. I'm going to keep sending her emails in the hopes that she will see them and will want to reconnect with me. Let's read some of the comments. Bro, we've spoken before, but not recently. You know my story, and I'm sorry that you're going through this. Love you, man. I know sharing this took a lot. I'm definitely not going to keep quiet on this anymore, he said. There's no question in my mind that this took a lot. I typically don't see videos like this. I often will get emails from men that are telling me about situations, but again, that is done privately, and usually they ask for my confidence before, doing any kind of story or video on it. Looks like the brother also wrote, I'm definitely not going to keep quiet on this anymore. A lady wrote in here, but were you there for her during her earlier years? If not, this is why. Did you spend serious bonding time during the nurturing years? If not, this is why. He responds, I definitely was. Vacations, birthday parties. She and I ran together when she joined the cross-country team. I allowed her mom to move out of state for a job opportunity, and we had a custody and visitation agreement. I never missed a visitation, did all the travel. I made sure I created memories with her. But her mom made it as difficult as she could with the unnecessary drama. My daughter and I were solid until her mom cut off all communication with me. Also, I was married to her mom. I was there before she was born. And even though he said all of that, she then follows up again. What about after and how long? Bonding is so critical. If your daughter loves you deeply, nothing can stop that. However, people can certainly poison a child's mind. He replies, up until 5 years ago when her mom started cutting off communication. Also 5 years ago is puberty time. Hormones are running wild. And also the information, even outside of the mother, that is being exposed to them, whether it be in mainstream media, feminist media, the propaganda about men and fathers, it's not good, to say the least. All right. There's a bunch of comments after that. Listen, you guys see his tag up here. Feel free to go up and catch up on some of his responses. What I also wanted to go through is some of the profile. All right. I oftentimes will look at the digital footprint of some of these ladies. I think it's also important to look at some of the digital footprint of the gentlemen as well. All right. And already you're taking a look at probably, which is the main component of the issue right here, which is that he moved on and that he got remarried and started a new family. And listen, there's not much else upsetting than the old one to feel as though you upgraded to a new one. But all right, guys, I'm gonna stop the content right here. We just recently came across Father's Day, and just like the brother said, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And, I think far too often we don't talk about these different real life instances of things that can happen within our life. And I think the same thing that I've always maintained on this channel, I appreciate the opportunity to go over some of the life lessons from those that are experiencing life right now, so we can ascertain the knowledge for them to improve our lives going into the future. So my brother, again, if you want to come up, maybe we could do a live stream conversation and we can talk about the realities of what can happen to men that choose incorrectly, and then what are the key indicators or the red flags that we need to be on the lookout for to choose wisely. All right. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. MediocreTourismReviews@gmail.com. For all my G's out there, the MT Army guys, let me know. Are you guys dealing with anything like this? Write it down in the comment box down below as well. And then also shout out to my G's out there, the fathers out there that rise to exceed expectations within their families. Your efforts, although thankless in some communities, get whole respect over here. So keep your heads up and keep doing your thing. All right. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value